Time for Teletubbies. Time for Teletubbies. Time for Teletubbies.
Tinky Winky,
Tinky Winky,
Dipsy, La La,
La la.
Po, Teletubbies,
Teletubbies.
say hello.
Play with the Teletubbies was released August 8th, 2000 for the Sony PlayStation. It's considered to be an edutainment game. I can understand the educational part, but entertaining, it's not.
Where have the Teletubbies gone?
So there's only one place to start, and that's the beginning. So at the beginning, you have the option to play as one of the 4 Teletubbies. I chose Tinky Winky. Why did I choose Tinky Winky? Because Tinky Winky is purple, and purple is freaking awesome. But the best part about it is when I select Tinky Winky, he shakes his head in disappointment. Almost like he's like, don't play the game. Or she. I don't know, the Teletubbies boys or girls? I think they're aliens. The other Teletubbies to choose from were Dipsy, Lala, and Po, and I'm sure you got that from the roll call at the beginning of the video. Believe it or not, the graphics were actually praised back during this time. You can interact with items for a short animation. Once the animation is over, the Teletubby that you chose will annoyingly ask you to do the animation again by saying, again, 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 again. By pressing X, the animation will happen again. For those of you who are not familiar with the Teletubbies, I grew up with the Teletubbies. And I can honestly tell you, from like 1997 to 2000 to 2001, somewhere around that, the Teletubbies were on fire. Not literally, that would be terrible. But they were on fire. They had backpacks, lunchboxes, plush toys. The Teletubbies were everywhere. So what do you do when the Teletubbies, or a TV show in general, is on fire? You give it a video game. So this minigame made me cry a little on the inside, because I'm a very neat and clean person. Whichever Teletubby that you choose decides to spill tubby custard all over the floor. And instead of cleaning it up, what do? They don't teach kids that if you make a mess to clean it up, they teach them just go ahead and track it up all over the floor. So you have 2 speeds to choose from. You got a slow speed to track it all over the floor, and then you got a super speed that makes you do it faster. I don't understand this minigame. It wasn't very fun. It actually irritated me a little bit. So instead of cleaning it up, as I mentioned, what do? They wait on their vacuum cleaner that has eyeballs by the name of Nunu. Nunu, this is Nunu's life. Take a look at Nunu. Nunu doesn't look happy. Nunu has to clean up after these oversized, colorful aliens every day. At one point, Nunu steals Tubby Toast off the table, and whichever Teletubby you are, scolds him by saying, "Naughty Nunu." After cleaning up the mess prior to this, I think he deserves some Tubby Toast. Okay, so this next part. After Nunu takes the Tubby Toast off the table, he finds himself in a chase scene. That's right, you can see the fear in his eyes. The Teletubbies chase him in a circle for, I don't know, probably about a minute straight, I'm not sure. But here you also have 2 different speeds. You can slowly chase him, or you can have your super speed and really pick it up and go after him. But the weird thing is here, there's like some kind of weird unit in the middle of their home, and every time they pass through the back of it, a new Teletubby appears. This is like witchcraft or something. But eventually, they catch him. But you gotta think, Nunu's gotta be thinking this entire time, dear God, what are they gonna do to me if they catch me? And surprisingly, when they catch him, they hug him. I'm confused. There's also this minigame where you make Tubby Toast. But you know how you win the minigame? You have to eat it before Nunu gets to it. I think the moral of this game is Nunu needs a new home. Because what do? You eat the Tubby Toast in front of him as he watches on. Terrible. I think the only minigame that I enjoyed at all was I had to match these lights up on that unit thing in the middle of their house. And that's not saying a whole lot. The game has no sense of direction. They're basically telling you, do whatever the heck you want. The only positives are, they got the music right. I mean, it's basically the TV show. They even have the narrator guy. But I can't be too hard on it, because the cover does say ages 1 to 4. I'm 20 plus years over that, so of course I'm not going to enjoy this game. You know what? I take that back. I really enjoy Rugrats Search for Reptar, and it's a children's game, so there's no excuse. So like I mentioned, it's just like the TV show, where little videos will appear on the Teletubbies TV screen bellies. In this video, we're shown kids playing in the rain. And quite frankly, it about put me to sleep.
They like playing in the rain.
Okay, time to wrap it up. I would say the Teletubbies was a pretty successful television show. But when it comes to the video game, Play with the Teletubbies, not so much. PlayStation Magazine gave it a 1 out of 10. And I'm going to be very close to that. Except my scales are out of 5. So I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5. I would almost like to give it a 0, but I have to give it something. And with 1 being the lowest, that's exactly what it gets. 1 out of 5.